Hello students, welcome to another topic of history today. Today we will discuss the administrative and cultural development during the Sultanate period. We have discussed the establishment of Delhi Sultanate and the famous 5 dynasties of Delhi Sultanate in my previous history videos, and today we will discuss the impact on the administration and culture of India by the Delhi Sultanate. First, we will start from the administration. The country was divided into iktas, and these iktas were distributed among the officials, among the nobles and the soldiers. Instead of their salary, these iktas were given to the all the officials, and they were known as the iktadars, who maintained the iktas. Their duty was to maintain the iktas and to keep some amount of money for the administration and maintenance of the iktas, and to keep some amount for their personal expenses, and rest amount of money was sent to the sultan. And then comes the Department of Civil Administration was there, and it was headed by the Wazir, who was also known as the Chief Minister, who was called as Wazir at that time, and his duty was to supervise the collection of the revenue, the checking of the accounts, and the regulation of the expenditure. It was all administered by the Wazir. The Department of Diwani Arch was headed by Orje Mamalik, who was responsible for the recruitment and payment and inspection of the troops, that is the soldiers. And the Orje Mamalik maintained the soldiers, the troops of the Sultan. Diwani Insa department was headed by the Hir Mamalik, and which managed the royal affairs, the royal it was the department who looked after the royal correspondence. Then the religious matters were dealt with the department Diwani Rasalat, and it was headed by Sadar Sadar, and all the religious matters were taken care of by the Sadar Sadar. Then comes the Baridi Mamalik, who was the head of the intelligence department. So intelligence department was also there, and which was headed by Baridi Mamalik. And the provinces were divided into 6, which was maintained by the Sikdars. And the next unit was Pragnas, which was the group of 100 villages. 100 villages made the Pragnas, and the Pragnas were headed by the Chaudhris. And the village was the smallest unit of administration. The smallest unit was village, then the Pragnas, then the Sikhs, and the provinces. Then we will see the art and architecture development during the Sultanate period. First we will see the architecture. The use of arch and dome architecture was a special feature of Muslim architecture, which was widespread in North India during the Sultanate period, and it needed strong cement and finer quality of mortar to be constructed. And this type of architecture was widespread during the Sultanate period, and the use of the Turks used the geometrical and floral designs to make in their architecture instead of the human and animal figures, which was used by the Hindu architecture. And some verses of the Qurans also inscribed in the designs. They used Hindu motifs like the bell, the lotus, and the swastik in their architecture. And the Tughlaq built the sloping walls, which was called as batter, combining the principle of arch and the lintel and the beam at that time. So this is all about the architectural development by in the Sultanate period. Then comes the music. New musical modes and instruments like the Nawab and Sarangi was introduced by the sultans. And Amir Khusro was the famous musician of that time. He introduced many Persian and Arabic ragas at that time, and he also invented sitar, which was a contribution for the music at that time. So this is all about the music. Then comes the painting. The invention of the paper was a great contribution to the field of paintings at that time. The paper was introduced by the Arabs in 15th century, and it further developed the painting. It helped to develop the painting in India. Then comes the literature. India was very rich in literature at that time, and Udayarasa wrote Raja Vinoda at that time. Merutanda wrote the Prabandha Chintamani at that time. As India's literature was very rich, some of the notable works were translated to Persian language during the Sultanate period, and the number of Sanskrit works which were translated to the Persian language was the Rajatarangini, the Meme, the Mahabharata, and the Kakasastra. All are translated to the Persian language. The Jay Naksabis Tutinama was also very popular at that time. It was a series of Sanskrit stories which was translated in the Persian language, and it was named as Tutinama. This was also very popular at that time. So this is all about the literature. So this is all about the impact of the Sultanate in India. So we have discussed the impact on the music, the painting, literature, architecture, and administration by the Delhi Sultanate. So this is all for today. We will discuss the impact of Muslim in the Hinduism in my next video. So this is all for today. Thank you.